Hello? Oh, it's you. Hi, welcome back. I suppose you've brought me those ingredients again. Wonderful, wonderful. Let me take a look. Some quilt moss, red cap mushrooms. Oh, hey, those crystal cicada shells. I guess they started melting then. And whoa. These aren't basilisk scales, are they? Huh? Oh, no. They're wonderful, but basilisks are absurdly dangerous. Is there one nearby? Oh, you found them in a snitchwing's nest. Good. And then they're probably far away. I'd hate to think that you were putting yourself in danger for some rare ingredients. Let's see here. There's the 7 gold, 10 silver for everything. Does that sound fair? You look surprised. You may not have had to collect the scales from a basilisk itself, but they're still pretty rare and very useful for alchemy. I'd be practically robbing you if I paid you anywhere close to what I usually do. So I take it you're happy with the price then. Well, wonderful. Here you are. You know, I'm very excited for these scales. There are all kinds of things I can use them for. Mostly just making mithril and things. It wouldn't be quite armor grade, but it has other uses. You're awfully curious today. It's easily enchanted, so I can store a lot of magic power in just a little bead of mithril. It's tremendously convenient for some high-level stuff. Say, since you're feeling so chatty today, would you like to stay for some tea? We've never really had a chance to just sit down and talk. Goody! Come with me then. I live in the back of the shop. Oh, yeah, please forgive the mess. I promise there's a method to all the madness. I know precisely where everything is. See, I put the tea kettle right... Okay, wait. I know it's here somewhere. Come on. Got it. That wasn't that far off. I will be making my famous lavender herbal tea. Okay, it's not actually famous, but it would be if I had company over more often. Alchemy shares a lot in common with cooking, you know? So alchemists are usually pretty good cooks, and we make the best tea ever. Go on, take a seat. Let me just start boiling up some water. So, how's life? I understand you do some other odd jobs around the village, not just collecting my alchemy ingredients. How's all that going? Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, it's nicer to have that stability. Before I got commissioned as an official alchemist, things were really dicey for me too. You know, alchemy can be extremely useful in certain situations, but not nearly as much in a rural area like this. But now, so long as I fulfill my quotas, I get paid pretty regularly. They'll even up it if I hire an assistant, although I don't really think anyone out here is interested. Oh, wait, so you're curious? Well, I haven't really been able to talk to anybody about it, so go ahead, ask away. Any questions? Oh, well, basically, an official alchemist is someone recognized by the kingdom as a capable, Alchemist. Every month or so I get sent a list of potions and items and things that officials need, and if the ingredients are rare, they usually provide them for me. I just whip them up and send them out. What kind of things do they ask for? Well, most of the time it's medical purposes, mostly healing potions, silk wire for sutures, antidotes for various ailments, and that sort of thing. But it is important work, of course. It's just not the most exciting. The things I really like are making rare items, the kind used as reagents for magic spells and things like that. I don't usually get asked to make those, but I do it on my own. I still get to sell the other stuff I make, so I keep those in back in case some mage or famous warrior passes through. And what is alchemy? Well, where to start? I guess the best place to start is at the beginning. Alchemy doesn't really have the most noble of origins. It started with a power-hungry king in the ancient times ordering his wizards to find a way to turn other metals into gold. Technically, they succeeded, but all of the necessary ingredients were way more expensive than the gold that they actually create. But the wizards did realize that they'd found a novel way to use magic. You see, the mages knew right away that they couldn't transmute matter with their own magic, but they knew of a variety of magical creatures and plants and minerals that started providing promising properties. They managed to extract those magic properties to do things that they usually couldn't, and alchemy allowed them to transcend the human limitation. And I mean, sure, it is a really slow and complicated process, and it's not really suited for every purpose, but it's versatile and it's powerful, and anyone can learn it. No inborn magical potential is needed, although naturally some people are still better at it than others. The whole thing is really an interesting process. Different sorts of magic reside in almost every living thing in various amounts. And every different type of magic has a different process for extraction, and some of them interfere with each other, which makes certain combinations really difficult to get. Once you've extracted the essence, there are still a bunch of ways to infuse it into an object which can change the end result. And there I go talking again. I don't get to ramble on about alchemy with other people that much, so when I do I kind of just gush. Sorry. It's kind of funny. When I started practicing it, I wasn't interested at all. It took a while to grow on me, but I finally found that I loved it once I really gave it a chance. How did I start? It's kind of embarrassing. And you see, when I was little, me and some kids snuck into an old lab, and we stole a bunch of stuff. We were really brats back then. My dad found out about it, and after I returned all of her stuff, the owner of the lab, my dad made me help her out on weekends as an assistant. For the first couple of months, I was always pouting about it and acting like it was so unfair. But I caught myself listening in on her when she was muttering to herself about how to create something new. And then I started peeking at her notes, and soon she noticed I was getting interested. So I graduated from sweeping floors to helping prepare ingredients. And before I knew it, the years passed, and she told me I was ready to start my own lab. Yeah. You know, way back then, did you know that you were the first person to ever buy one of my first creations? Yeah. I still remember it. I got really excited to be sent out on my own in a new town, and I had a whole bunch of items ready to sell, but nobody really wants to buy something from an unproven alchemist. I didn't get customers at all for my first couple of days. But then you showed up, and you scraped your knee while exploring the forest, and you bought just a small little healing poultice from me. It wasn't much, it only took me a couple hours to make, but it really meant so much to me, even though I'm sure you didn't give it a second thought. And then, well, I never told you this, but, well, without thinking, right when you turned to leave, I was gonna rush over to you to give you the biggest hug ever as thanks. I realized what I was doing just in time. You turned around to see me suddenly standing right behind you, and I froze up. I didn't know what to do, and I had to give you some reason why I rushed over, so I panicked and I just blurted out that you should give me ingredients the next time you were in the forest. Yeah, totally embarrassing. But I guess you bought it, because the next day you were back with a sack full of plants and flowers and herbs. It was the start of a long and prosperous partnership. By the way, you haven't told me why you suddenly gained such an interest in alchemy. Are you trying to become my apprentice or something? Wait. Really? Well, I'm honored. I'm kind of surprised, though. You don't really seem the type to want to stay cooped up indoors. Oh, so you want to learn alchemy so you can make stuff on your own on the go as an adventurer. You know, that's a fantastic idea. I don't know why more adventurers don't do that. Of course, you'll be a touch limited in what you can do without a whole lab, but you'd be able to make some super basic stuff, and you can make some decent quality materials for some extra cash. You certainly know plenty about what ingredients to look for already. So, let's see. How about you stop by on the weekends, just like I did? I'm not the most experienced one out there, but I'm sure I can give you a little bit of alchemical knowledge, on the basics at least. Great. Well, I'm really looking forward to this. I'll be honest, I've kind of wanted to spend more time with you for a little bit. Oh, hey. Looks like the tea's gonna be ready. And, before I pour it out for you, I think I still owe you that hug. Thanks a lot for everything.